Still figuring that out myself.
Hello, welcome to the end of Uncharted: The Lost
I'm
Legacy.
down with this chain.
Gonna talk over their dialogue here a bit. Yep, so I just did another playthrough of this when Assassin's Creed Syndicate wouldn't work.
Look at that.
Technical difficulty. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Anyway, I wanted to discuss a philosophy that's often discussed in this game, which is, relax. Go with the flow type of attitude and philosophy.
We just did a thing.
And an
We
interesting
did.
aspect of that, it's generally considered to be, lazy or whatever, but it's actually quite an old philosophy, and it's actually it's more commonsensical than it is new agey,
Take back shoreline.
or lazy,
Conquer
or
weapons
any
trade.
other philosophy you might want to say it.
I'm done
Um,
with shoreline.
Offhand, the earliest reference to it I can think of, although I'm sure there's some far, far below this, was
Anything I
in
was
the
thinking I
New
might do this.
Testament. Saul,
when I
in
get
a
older.
vision, was told it is not
One of
good
these
to
selfish
kick
dickheads who might
against
be
the
an evil
pricks.
partner.
Essentially meaning, referring to,
Oh, sorry. I
let's see,
overwhelmed
what are those? Like needles, cactus, the little sharp thorns.
Right.
Lost that. If there's thorns sticking out, you shouldn't just, shove your hand on the
And where's the
thorns,
tusk?
but go,
You
in the opposite direction.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm just
So it
joking,
is.
Hugo.
It's a good commonsensical
okay.
philosophy.
Jesus.
Go with the flow.
Well,
In religious terminologies, it's
Man, that's
essentially an idea of pure faith.
how much you
to
think
do
we're gonna
that,
give
just-
for that baby?
Life will work
Well,
itself out. Have faith. Trust
surely the
that
Ministry of Culture will give us a
God or
generous,
whomever you believe in will
Finder's fee.
see you through.
right?
In
Partner.
less Christian or
Elbow.
Judeo-Christian circles, Go with the Flow has actually produced some pretty
Ministry of
interesting martial
Culture.
arts, such as judo, jiu-jitsu.
Oh my god, you're serious.
Ooh, I like this music here, I'm just saying. It's very pretty music. But yeah, relax, go with the flow, enjoy it. But yeah, some interesting martial arts based upon water or based upon how animals act or react to prey. And essentially using your own opponent's strength against them. Don't punch your opponent. Because, let me tell you a secret, you punch a guy in the face, you're going to hurt your fists. That's how life works. It really does. But, if you use other techniques and so on, you will come out of it without, getting hurt. And oftentimes you can subdue your opponent without doing any serious damage to them. Whereas, in, when you punch someone, nobody wins. Just very, very true. Let's see. Hold on.
I got it. Private collector. Huh? Just hear me out for a second. I understand taking the moral high ground, and that's great. It really is. I am completely on board for that. But if we could just...
Don't ruin the moment.
And that, what the little girl just said, was another aspect of it. Don't ruin the moment. Go with the flow. I've seen several people who are argumentative, shall we say, who will go in and engage in inappropriate discourse, say during a lecture, during a religious talk, during those sort of things. Some people will come in and, make inappropriate comments or try to argue their points at an inappropriate time during that. And, that's not a way to get good discourse between two people, and, you don't go with the flow, you don't live in the moment. You fight against the moment. And, a lot of people say, well, you should fight against the moment, you should fight for change, you should change all this, you should do all these things that are changeful in it. And that is true to a certain extent, but if you go with the natural flow of it when you change things, then it works out better. You can have non-violent change. somebody once pointed out to me that in American politics, it's very interesting because every 4 years we have a rebellion. We can go in and vote out an old president and vote in a new president, and they're, for other offices, there are 2-year terms, 1-year term. I'm not sure if there are 1-year terms, actually, but at least 2-year terms and so on. So, every little while we do vote people in and out of political positions. And it's essentially a form of rebellion. We did, a lot of people, with the most recent presidential election, a lot of people haven't really gone with the flow. They haven't kind of accepted, say, oh, okay, well, we lost out this time, but in 4 years, we'll see what we can do to make the change. Instead, they're saying, this is not valid, it's not appropriate, it's not, just a constant battling and fighting against the flow of American politics. When in 4 years, everything could easily change. Well, actually, 3 years from this point. Everything could quite easily just change yet again, and that. But, by doing the essential, I'm going to say it, violent protests, violent things like that, they're not affecting the change. They're making a lot of people actually think the opposite of them and go the opposite direction. And that's why go with the flow. Doing that. Strive for positive change, not through violence, not through going against the flow, but, flowing with it, being relaxed and zen-like and flowing through it, it's pretty, I believe it exists in pretty much all philosophies, all religious ideas and stuff like that, is this idea to go with the flow, to relax, to have, there's no better word, faith, that it will work out and that it will all be to the best. Anyway, that's, just what I was saying. We've gotten to the boring parts of the credits. Some nice music, but you know how it is. You want to see, like, the, cute little pictures of them and so on. Regardless, like and subscribe if you like it, and, go with the flow, and come back for more. See you next time. Bye.